Hello and welcome to Throttle Up. Today we are going to review the Tata Safari XZ Plus variant. This is the topmost variant of the Tata Safari and comes at an ex-showroom of around 20 lakhs 94,000. This we have today is the diesel manual variant, although it does come in an automatic, but it only comes in diesel. There is no petrol option available. This is the 7-seater option, but you can also opt for a 6-seater option if you want to. Now let's get straight in the review and the exterior interior walk around of the car, and let's see what all Tata Safari has to offer. First, looking at the key fob, it comes with a black fob, automatic keyless entry with 4 buttons: lock, unlock, headlight, and electric tailgate opener. Coming to the front fascia of the car, it might remind you of the Harrier because it's very similar looking, although there are a few differences as compared to Harrier in the Safari. The Harrier comes with an all black grille, whereas this comes with the chrome tri-star design language, which is consistent throughout the Tata Safari Tata cars. I find the look very imposing and very true to its SUV nature because it seems like a white animal is staring dead in your face. It belongs to the white. So coming to the grille, as I mentioned, it comes with a tri-star design, which is consistent. It is all chrome, which is a nice thing, and it looks good and premium. This is the LED DRL, which also couples as an indicator. This is the halogen high beam lamp, and this is the bi-xenon projector LED. This is the LED fog lamp. It's on all LED setup except for the halogen high beam. Coming to the bottom, this is the grille, provides ample ventilation, and the bottom comes with a white plastic skid plate. Coming to the engine, the bonnet has a lot of weight and comes with proper insulation to prevent cabin noise in the interior. Coming to the engine, it is powered by a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder diesel engine which has Crowtech 170 written over it. It produces a power of 170 PS and a torque of 350 Nm at around 2000 RPM. So that was for the engine. Coming to the side profile of the car is long. It is obviously longer than Harrier because of the third row, and this is how it looks from the rear. It gives you a feeling of a big car because it is one. Coming to what you get to add to the look of the side profile, it comes with roof rails which are non-functionable but add to the SUV appeal. Has a Safari badging in the chrome on the roof rails, run from front to the back. This comes with a chrome garnish on the windows, which again runs from A to C pillar, chrome handles, but they're also finished in the body color, so that gives it a dual tone appeal to some extent. Coming to the rear view mirrors, comes with LED indicators, turn lamps, and are finished in black to give it a dual tone. The wheels on the Safari are 18 inches. The profile is 235/60 R18, which is a good enough size for a car of this range. Bridgestone tires has a good size. This comes with machined alloy wheels as opposed to the alloy wheels on the XT variant, which are simple 18-inch alloy wheels. Although you do get 18 inches in the XT as well, but this is the topmost, and they have a dual tone appeal added to that when the same machine. Coming to the rear profile, it comes with a proper Tata and Safari badging, as you can see. Looks good. It's different from the Harrier. It's also similar, but it also has its own differences. These are the LED tail lamps which runs from side to side and they look good. The rear tail light might remind you of the Land Rover Discovery Sport. So this is how it looks when it's lit up. And in my opinion, it looks similar to Harrier, but then it is good. So no complaints so far. Comes with a turn indicator which is halogen reflectors. Comes with fake exhaust again. I don't know why, but still they come with a silver garnish on the bottom and fake exhausts. It has a piano black garnish which runs from tail lamp to tail lamp. Has a host of features just like this rear parking camera, comes with rear sensors, rear wiper and defogger. So coming to the fake exhaust I was talking about, this does not hold the actual exhaust. The exhaust is somewhere below. Where is the exhaust? There it is on the left side. It comes with the fifth additional wheel, which is not an alloy. It's a 16 incher, not the 18 inches which the Safari is normally offering. There is that Make in India Easter egg which Tata gives on pretty much every car. Coming to the boot, it obviously does not have a boot space when the all third row is up. So in order to create more boot space, ample boot space, you can just drop those two additional seats, which is the third row essentially, and you can have a lot of space to keep your luggage if you're going in for a long drive. But then again, if those seats are up, the boot space is negligible. Talking about the other bits, it comes with 9 speaker setup. This is the subwoofer. Comes with JBL subwoofer. There is a clip. There are two USB sockets. That is the AC adjust. This is a fan adjust system, but you can operate this when you are in the third row. It's not to be operated from the boot itself. There is the boot lamp, and there's a proper handle given to pick up the seat. There are obviously the seat belts which are for your third row. So that's about the boot. As I mentioned, there's a JBL badging for the subwoofer. So, and there is the pockets also for the third row. So this is how you get to pick up the third row. It's quite easy. It's not that cumbersome as it looks like, but a little effort you can put it up. There's no electric tailgate, which to me is a disappointment because it just had should have offered electric tailgate at this price, because the Jeep Compass is offering it in the top two models, top two variants. So this being the top model, they should have given it. Coming to the rear seat of the car, the second row, it comes with the proper soft touch leather. This is the handle covered in black leather, JBL tweeter, JBL speaker, very good sound quality, but we'll come to that. This is hard plastic, as you can see two bottle spaces, one for can and one for a 1 liter bottle, so decent enough space. Very sturdy chrome finish handles. I love it. Very nicely done. Very premium appeal to that. No cost cutting has been done on the door, so it has a very premium and very heavy, being a Tata. So the doors are really heavy. So this is when I'm sitting in the back seat. The leg room is ample. I would not feel cramped because it has sort of a scooped out feel. So I'll shift to the other side because that seat has been pushed back to give you the sense of how much space does it offer when it's on the maximum and the minimum setting. So a very good legroom if it's set to a normal position for a 5'9" passenger in the co-driver seat. This is how the dashboard looks like. Very premium, has that soft plastic, that black wood appeal to it. Very premium and airy because white interiors and panoramic sunroof. Adjustable headrest, no headrest for the middle passenger. There is the armrest with two cup holders, and it is obviously finished in leather. As for the other features, it comes with AC vents on the B pillars, not in the center. There's a space, however, to keep your stuff in the center. There's a mat, which is a TriStar logo from the Tata design language and has a decent hump, so it might cause problems for the third middle passenger. As for the seats overall, I love the seats, good contouring, has a lamp, reading lamp on both the sides. You can turn on or off by using the toggle button. Obviously comes with two soft handles and have a coat hanger with them. This is the tweeter, as I mentioned. I love the handles. These are one of the best handles I've seen in this car segment. Overall, the second row of the Tata Safari is a good place to be in because it is airy, it is spacious, and you are greeted by a good looking dashboard on the front. Has real nice contouring, has a good enough of headroom, leg space is ample, thigh support is ample, so you would not be complaining when you're in the second row. Now, before we get into the third row, this is the red door lamp, which is sort of a door open indicator in the night. So there's that. Uh, so this, since this is a seven-seater, not a six-seater, you would have to tumble this seat, which will take a bit of an effort, but not as much as the older cars. But then you would have to put the seat down and get into a cumbersome way, which I don't like personally. But then this is the rule of the three row cars. Coming to the leg space, let's just not talk about it if you know what I mean. You just can't sit there if you're an adult. It's only good for the kids. I'm sorry for the finger, but it's that cramped that I'm just not able to maneuver around, and that's why you can see a drop in the video quality. But then this is what the situation is. Obviously, there is no adjustability for the rear third row, so that's a problem. This was the lamp. These are the AC vents, which is at least good because otherwise person can feel claustrophobic. Adjustable headlamps also are in third row as well, not just the second row. This is the window to give you, it's on the smaller side, but again, it does add to the airy bit. I'm very disappointed with the leg space, but nonetheless, this is what it is. Your knees will obviously touch. I am 5'9", and this is what the situation is. So I'd rather just recommend this for the kids. As I mentioned, adjustable headrests, and you also get two USB ports and pockets on either side. So it was such a hassle coming out of that space that I just skipped to the front row. Coming to the front door, it's finished in white leather, which gets really dirty really quick. Hard plastics. Door lamp, just like on the doors behind. Good enough space to keep your bottles, papers, dusting clothes, whatnot. This is a handle finished in really premium plastic, which is a chrome finish. Same for the handle, really nice. Good plastics used, no cost cutting would be felt. So that's really nice. So that was it about the door. Just one more thing about the adjustable rearview mirrors. They have given a different sort of positioning, just like you would find in smaller cars with that knob. They have the electrical adjustable, but on that A pillar of that door. So this is the instrument cluster which greets you when you are seated in the driver's seat. One thing that I forgot to mention is that this seat is electrically adjustable 8-way. So it comes with electrical adjustment for the driver's side. Closing the door comes with a proper thud because it's a Tata Safari. Uh, so let's talk about the steering and the instrument cluster first. But before that, this is the dashboard. I love the black wood treatment that they've given to add to the premium appeal. Really nice touch. It feels I can compare it to the E-Class, the finish at least. This is the steering finished in leather. These are the controls for your infotainment system. Just like the other bits of the Safari, it's not at all flimsy and is very good plastic. The right side is your cruise control. Obviously, these are the functions for your cruise control. This is hard plastic, not finished in leather, but overall a very chunky and nice to hold steering. Coming to the instrument cluster, it comes with a 7-inch MID, as you can see, and analog for your speedometer. The MID has a decent enough resolution, and as you can see on the left hand side, it shows your RPM. So RPM meter is digital, not analog. The speedometer, however, is analog. So it does the job and gives you a host of information to offer, just like distance to empty refuel, as you can see on the screen, fuel efficiency, the settings for your MID, tire pressure monitor, power and torque generator, how much power at a point of time the car is offering, the KMPL, as I mentioned, fuel efficiency, and that's about it. And on the lower side, you can see the odometer, all the fuel, all the signals for the engine, and all of that. And the cool and heat is also digital for the engine. So that is for the MID. As for the power windows, this one is auto up down, obviously. The other three are not auto up and down. So this was all about the features and the buttons that you get from a driver's perspective. Now coming to the dashboard overall and the overall passenger experience. The dashboard is finished in really nice plastic and majorly plastic. There is no leather as such. This is plastics, although it is softer on the softer side. This is plastic but has a blackwood appeal. This is chrome running from end to end. I love the finish, although this will get in your way. Like the knee will hit this dashboard all the time, this chrome line. Coming to the dashboard, it has two layers, has a lamp into it, no cooled thing going on. But again, hard plastic and is finished in beige color. In the front, you get two USB sockets and a wireless charger. These are the cup holders, and this is the center armrest, which has a 12-volt socket. Cooling function is right there, as you can see, and two USB sockets as well. So cooling function is in the center armrest and not the glove box. So at least they have given that feature, but I don't know how much stuff can you keep to cool stuff, because your bottles would not fit in there. A can might. It's not adjustable, it's not sliding, but it's a very broad armrest to give arm space for both the front passengers. As for the other storage spaces, you get bottle holders on the door, and there is no storage space on the right hand side. They could have given a cubby pocket for your coins and tickets, but there is none on the driver's side. So coming to the speakers, there's a JBL tweeter. As I mentioned, it comes with a 9 JBL speaker setup with 4 tweeters and 4 speakers, 1 subwoofer. Coming to the infotainment system, it is an 8.8 touchscreen and it's very rectangular in nature. I would have liked if it had more height, but nonetheless, the first impression is that the touch is responsive, but there is a bit of a lag in the response of that screen. And I definitely would have liked a better, bigger screen, because it is not class leading. The Compass, even the lower variants of the Jeep Compass, has much bigger touchscreens. Coming to the features, as you can see, you can adjust your user experience by changing the themes, the colors. You can also uh, toggle your climate, the AC temperature through this function. So I'm trying to change the themes and all of that. This is for the sound and brightness. So I have just changed the theme. It says theme activated. Again, the user experience still remains the same. It's just the colors that keep on changing when you change the theme. This is how you can pair your phone. It comes with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. However, I still can't wrap my head around the fact that they have wasted a lot of space giving this plastic and not just increasing the size of that touchscreen. Coming to the features again, it does get a rear view camera activating a rear sensor. It does come with adaptive guidelines which work with your steering wheel. This is the home display, and this is about the infotainment system. The sound quality, although, is very nice because of the 9 speaker JBL setup. And if you want to know the experience of that audio, go check out the car in the nearest showroom, because if I play it, it just wouldn't do justice hearing it on your phone or your laptop, because the experience is different. Coming to the buttons, proper rotatable buttons for your volume and your channels and your tracks. So that's a very nice thing. They have not given touch buttons or simple buttons. These are the AC vents, quite basic in nature, but this is all piano black finish. It gets dirty, it attracts a lot of fingerprints and dust, but it still looks good and premium with that black wood garnish complementing it. Coming to the AC controls, it gets the climate control, normal proper buttons, no touch business going on, and your normal traditional climate controls. So that was the key fob I already showed you. Coming to these controls, so these controls you get in the topmost variant only. It's a manual, but it does get your ESP, hill hold. The left button is a ESP and the right button is a hill hold. The knob is for adjusting your drive modes for snow, mud and rain. So you can just adjust the rotatable knob. As you can see, this is for wet, and you get the rough road also mode, and there's your wet. And basically when you rotate the button, you can rotate the knob, you can see those modes in your MID. This is electronic parking brake, doesn't get the manual handbrake. That is the auto hold button, and you get that gear knob in that leather finish. Same leather gear knobs all around Tata, so I would have liked a change. But coming to the seat, gets adjustable headrests with very premium and very good leather, very good bolstering, very broad seats, and overall very comfortable to be seated in. Coming to the sunroof controls, these are for your blinds, for tilting your sunroof, and for opening and closing your sunroof. So you get 3 different buttons so that you don't get confused. These are for the blinds, and these are for your just lifting up your sunroof, and then this is how the sunroof opens. So this is again to close. Very simple, very intuitive buttons, and you wouldn't be confused. Unlike many cars, there are buttons which there's just a single button to control everything from the blinds to the sunroof, but not in this case. So Tata has done a good job there. The last button that I'm operating right now, the third one from the driver's side, is to close or open the blind. So this is how the blind closes. Panoramic sunroof which covers most of the roof of the car, so there is just no chance that you would feel cramped up or claustrophobic in this particular cabin. So that was pretty much about the interior and all the features. One thing that I forgot to mention is the boss mode that comes in this car. So if you're seated in, say, the seat which is now tumbled up, but if you put it down, you can adjust the co-driver side from this button. So if you are seated there, you can increase your legroom by phenomenal space just by pulling this lever and then adjusting the co-driver side. So this was a review of the Tata Safari XZ Plus variant. Let us know what you think about the car, and would you buy it if you had a budget of say 22 to 25 lakhs, given that you could also go for the Jeep Compass, Tata Harrier or the newly launched Hyundai Tucson. Do like this video if you like our content, and subscribe to our channel for more such car reviews. This is Throttle Up.